Hello everyone and welcome to Fox Sports News and Views. I'm Tiny.
And I'm David Murdoch. Thanks for your company everyone. Well, we start at Telstra Dome where the Melbourne Victory star striker Archie Thompson has single-handedly destroyed a 10-man Adelaide United. Thompson scored an amazing 5 goals to hand United a humiliating grand final lesson. 6-0, the Victory won in the end, equalling a 104-year-old record for the number of goals in a final. All the details, let's join up with the Fox Sports commentary team of Mike Cockrell and Andy Hupper.
Well, thanks very much. The Championship of Australia, the Football Championship of Australia, has gone to Melbourne Victory. At the Telstra Dome in Melbourne here this evening, 55,000 people watched the Melbourne Victory. The premiers of the home and away round become the champions of Australia with quite an incredible performance. A 6-goal thrashing of Adelaide United. And joining me to discuss what we can't really believe we've seen, but we did see it, so we have to believe it. Mike Cockrell, you've seen a lot of football. You've seen a lot of grand finals. I defy you to say you've ever seen anything like that before.
Well, look, it's obviously the most one-sided grand final in history. I think it beats the previous mark by 1 goal, so 6-0 is a record. 5 goals for Archie Thompson is a record as well. 55,000 people, well, that's a record as well. So, I mean, it's a night you're not going to forget for a long time. The Hyundai A-League probably came of age tonight, and what a game it was.
It's built on a fantastic first season. The second season, if possible, got better, and this 6-0 drubbing started very early on. A lot of the problems for Adelaide started, ironically, in that left fullback position where they were missing the suspended Matthew Kemp. But really, they were all at sea, Adelaide United, tonight. The first 5 goals went to that man, Archie Thompson, who does hold the international goal-scoring record for his helping of 13 goals against American Samoa in a World Cup qualifier when Frank Farina was coach in an Oceania qualification match. Well, that's history. He's just written history for himself again today, and his link play, Mike, with Danny Allsop, in particular Fred, was quite unbelievable.
Well, look, Archie Thompson at the end of that game was as emotional I've ever seen him, and he's a player who has his heart on his sleeve. We've seen him score 13 goals for Australia. He was there when we beat Uruguay to get to the World Cup. He was playing air guitar, I think, from memory, in Stuttgart after we beat Croatia, and here he is scoring 5 goals in front of his own fans in a grand final. He is so happy that he made the decision to come back to Australia and play his football because it's worked out a treat. He has an amazing relationship with the fans. He's with a very good team of players who give him good ball. Fred with 4 assists. And he's proving again, if it needs to be proven, that you don't have to play in Europe to reach your potential as a footballer. This competition can give Archie Thompson and players of his ilk the competition they need to live up to their potential, and I think we saw that tonight.
Well, there is one caveat on the Melbourne performance, which we should say, I guess, in defence, of Adelaide United. Whilst these pictures are showing a sorry tale for the Reds, Ross Aloisi, their captain, when the goal, they were 2-0 down Adelaide United. Ross Aloisi early in the first half, reasonably early in the first half, picked up a second yellow card and was sent from the field. If Adelaide were chasing the game at 2-0, Mike, with a player down, it was a hopeless case. They couldn't scrape themselves off the floor. They were carrion by the end of the match, and the Ross Aloisi situation was certainly a turning point.
Well, look, this is a dark day for Adelaide United in a lot of ways. Obviously, a record defeat in a game of this magnitude is something that you will leave a very bad taste in your mouth. Ross Aloisi, obviously his dismissal just before half-time basically eliminated any chance of Adelaide United getting back into the match. It was all Melbourne Victory in the second half. As you said, Adelaide United were a rabble, but they are a better team than this. There's no question of that. They proved that a week ago. They probably played their grand final a week ago. It took more out of them than perhaps I expected, and at the end of the day, this is one they will have to forget quickly because they do have Asian Champions League football on the way, and they need to get themselves organised pretty quickly because that is a big goal in itself.
Oh, it's a big tournament to be playing in, and they certainly can't afford to roll this form out again for those high-quality opponents who will be coming south from Asia. Archie Thompson, as one might expect, that was his 5th goal, winning the Joe Marsden medalist. Of course, the player of the grand final in Australian club football is awarded the Joe Marsden medal after the great Joe Marsden, who is still with us and thankfully was at the game today to present the medal. It was a very touching moment. Archie Thompson, his stall is rising in the city of Melbourne. This city, which has taken the Melbourne Victory right under its wing, is taking these particular players right to their hearts. And that was the coup de grace, the 6th goal from Christian Saki. So I can tell you, on the celebration dais, on the presentation podium, saw fit to kiss the Prime Minister of Australia, John Howard, right on his melon. And if those people who've watched the World Cup of France 1998 will remember Laurent Blanc, the central defender for France, made it a ritual of kissing the forehead of Fabien Barthez, the goalkeeper, after every match. And there we go. It was something to see, I tell you. The Melbourne victory, they've brought big crowds, they've brought great flavour, they've brought Brazil to the Australian football competition, and now they've brought an Ollie Roux who's prepared to kiss the Prime Minister on the forehead. The full-time stats, well, we can go through it. The possession's relatively even, time in opposition half relatively even, and as you go down that table, it's relatively even. The key two stats, one red card for Ross Aloisi in the Adelaide United column, but that all becomes immaterial when you cast your eyes to the top of the screen and you see that the result in the second season of the Hyundai A-League, the 2007 Hyundai A-League Grand Final, the championship match, went to Melbourne victory 6 over Adelaide United 0. I still can't believe it.
Well, this is Melbourne's night. It has to be their night. It's in fact probably going to be their week, because at the end of the game, Archie Thompson asked every nightclub owner in Melbourne to give them free access for the next 7 days. So they are going to paint this town blue, red, white, yellow, you name it. And they deserve to celebrate, because they've been the best team all season. They proved that in the home and away rounds. And when it mattered on the biggest night of the season, they weren't just winners. They absolutely flogged the opposition. And they proved to me that this team is a very, very good team, probably with more to come.
The Melbourne victory, 6-0 winners over Adelaide United, the champions of Australia. Undisputed champions of Australia. They've set the benchmark. It's for everybody else to chase them now. Unfortunately, we've got to wait till August to see how that race unfolds. But before then, on Fox Sports, of course, we've got the Asian Champions League. In the middle of the year, we've got the Asian Cup. So plenty more football to come on Fox Sports, live and exclusive. That's it for the Hyundai A-League. It was a great day here and a great night at the Telstra Dome. Melbourne victory, the winners.
Fox Sports News on Channel 513. It's on all the time.